Hello everybody and welcome to a new series that we're starting on the channel where we return once again to Warhammer 3. Last campaign we played as the Beastmen, a dirty chaos faction, and we barely won because I am terrible at controlling chariots. So this campaign I wanted to do something completely different. I want to play as a mostly good non-chaos aligned faction this time, since we did so many evil units last time. And since this is such an aggressive race, I wanted to play as more defensive. And the Lizardmen, to me, are the ultimate defensive race. And in the Lizardmen, the ultimate defensive character is Gor-Rok. So we are going to be starting as Gor-Rok in Itza, and we are going to try to go for a short campaign victory. As Itza, you get Barrier, the Zinch Barrier bonus, which is new to Warhammer 3, which is really nice and makes him super tanky, so he pretty much never dies. You get defense bonuses for Saurus, and we start with Saurus in our starting army, which is pretty good. You get 2 of these and 2 of these, I'm pretty sure. You start the campaign with Lord Croak, which is the best unit in the whole game. So why they're giving you the best hero in the whole game at the beginning of the campaign is just a little ridiculous. It only plays into the lore, so that's great. You get 500 barrier for all defensive settlement battles, which is cool. And then unit mass is plus 15% and missile resistance 10%, so you do better against like high cavalry, high chariot armies. They can't really break your units as well. So you get some really super sticky, buff, tanky front lines, which nobody can really mess with. We are playing on normal, because I haven't played very many hours into Warhammer 3. Maybe next campaign will go up on a higher difficulty, but I want an easier time this campaign than last campaign. Let's go ahead and get started then, and I'll bring you back as soon as the loading screen stops, because the loading screen takes 8 years. And here we go. Okay, so Gor-Rok, he's going to start speaking in just a second. The Great White Lizard. We start right in the middle of Lustria, and we're not in that difficult of a position. I did play like 10 turns of this campaign to see what it looked like, and it wasn't that terrible. So we start in a pretty strong position. We do have enemies to the north, to the west, to the south, and we have potential confederations over here to the side if they don't get wiped out by the Skaven and the vampires, which they tend to do. We do have Skrulk way down here somewhere that we're going to have to deal with, like right here. Skrulk is right here. And we want to take care of him before he gets too big. But the Lizardmen are by far my favorite faction to play as, mechanically and lore-wise. I just love walking around with giant dinos, taking out the little tiny ratmen. I think it's just a huge flavor win. I think we're going to fight enough that we don't need the training. So I'm just going to go with the replenished troops. We definitely want Croak in the army. We need him in there. And obviously we are meant to go over here to Shodel and take this. So that's what our first step's going to be. I do want to get the growth building, but I think we go there and there. We can get both. Yeah. Okay. Easy choices. And Gor-Rok, let's go take out this Nurgle army. 2 highly defensive armies side by side. They stand no chance. This is going to be the easiest battle of our lives. They just have a few, I think, what they have, 1 set of plague toads, they have 2 Nurglings, and then the plague bears. We could beat this without Croak easy with what we've got. We've got 2 second-tier Saurus shields, 2 second-tier Saurus melee shields. So we've got the anti-large, and then we've got just the regular guys. We've got Croak with all of his crazy Deliverance of Itza abilities. And Gor-Rok's not that bad himself. He's pretty good. He's got physical resistance. He's a siege attacker, which is amazing. He's got all of this stuff that's just so good. We want to keep him fighting all the time in the front lines. He should soak up the vast majority of the damage. Looking at the map, not much going on here. Just a small hill. We're gonna funnel in here. We want them to funnel into us since we have such a beefy front line. And then we just use our revivification crystal to keep us alive. Keep the skinks over here shooting into it. Maybe like try to... Or could we possibly set the skinks up on the hill, I guess? Yeah. It doesn't really matter with skinks. Skinks are the best lizardman unit, but their range is not that great. Here is our mighty leader. He is ready to deal some damage. Let's look at Croak. Croak is... If you don't know, Croak is a mummified slan. He's a dead lizard. He's been dead for thousands of years. He is the most powerful unit in the game. Nothing comes close to him. We've got our big old Bastiladon with our skinks hanging on the side. Love these guys. Although I don't really like Bastiladons. I like Stegodons way better than Bastiladons. Alright, we did channel and lost, so we are less able to use Croak. But that's okay. Let's... Where is his Plague Toads? His Plague Toads are over on the side, so I want my Spear Boys on this side. And then all of you moved a little closer there. Let's move Gor-Rok up into the front. We'll keep you here. And then I guess we'll just... Let's group these skinks together. That way we can easily find them. And we'll keep them together. Let's get this started. Quick, easy battle. We'll move up. Skinks. I want you deploying up on the hill like that. I want them to go a little slower than these guys, because I don't want these plague bears going up on the hill to meet them. I would rather them come forward to meet my spearmen. This is the single target Deliverance of Itza, which I can use against the Herald. But I would much rather be able to use the multi-target AoE Deliverance of Itza, because this will shred. Don't want to spend it on the Nurglings. Don't really want to spend it on the Plague Toads. I would much rather drop it right here on these Plague Bears, which is what I think you're supposed to do. Oh, these guys are gonna be right in range. Now, did I get their attention? Nurglings are coming forward. We'll send Gor-Rok straight into those. Up. You go up. Get these guys up here on the hill. I want the spears going into the toads to deal with those. Well, you're not a spear. You're just a regular Source Warrior. And I'll send him into the toads. And then where is Croak? Deliverance of Itza right here. Watch this. Watch how much damage this is going to do. Doesn't deal any damage. Oh, nice. Doesn't deal any damage to our units at all. And it chunked. It chunked so hard. Gor-Rok is tanking 2 Nurglings all by himself. Let's get you over here. Revivification on our Spear Boys that are taking all the damage over here. And we'll get Gor-Rok in on the Plague Bear. Or sorry, the Herald of Nurgle. Little damage coming out of these stupid toads. I do have one more Deliverance of Itza, I think, in me. Where are you? Right there? Let's see if this does any damage. or any discernible damage. It's not really worth it on the single target. It's kind of really weak on the single target. We've definitely won this battle. Nothing to fear here at all. Watch our Bastiladon going crazy, taking care of business, slaying Nurglings left and right. Yeah. I love the unit models on these toads. I also like the Nurgling unit models. They're great too. Where did... Right here. And we win. End battle. Easy. Easy victory. Not even... Yeah, we only lost 28. And it was mostly on these Saurus spears right here that went up against this Herald. Easy win. Easy, easy, easy win. I think after this battle, we're going to go for the army replenishment. Because I want to try to go straight into Shodal if I can. I think I should have enough movement to get in there. And, I mean, this, again, very, very, very easy battle. Shouldn't be very hard. Just 2 deliverances of Itza, and we've got it. I don't really want to do the auto-resolve, because even though I have Lord Croak, the auto-resolve doesn't really consider spells. In my opinion, like, high magic damage characters don't really do very well in the auto-resolve, and I don't want to lose that much health on any of my units. And I don't think the auto-resolve uses the support Bastiladon very well. So we're just going to fight this one out. I love the card for the Nurglings. I like the Nurgle faction. I think of all the Chaos Gods, Nurgle might be the one I lean towards the most, which is like not an unpopular opinion. Everybody loves Nurgle. I either like Nurgle or Tzeentch. Those would be the 2 that I go for, but the unit design, the character design for all the Nurgle characters are just so disgusting. Just so disgusting. And in 40k, my favorite Chaos faction would have to be the Death Guard or the Thousand Suns. So again, Nurgle and Tzeentch, love them. Don't want to get into the Slaaneshi weirdness. Okay, channel magic. See if we can get any extra deliverances off. That's great. We can get a AoE deliverance off immediately. We are facing a hill here, which does kind of suck. But it's nothing we can handle. We're just, again, going to group everything up right here. We don't really want a long line. And the skinks are going to come around. So let's start. I'll start battle. We will send you forward. Right up the hill. Then I'm going to group the skinks up. And then I'll have them come through the forest here. I just love having these dino armies. Just love the way these things look. They're so magnificent. Little Aztec geckos hanging off of the back of fake dinosaurs. Whoever came up with these Lizardmen designs in the original Warhammer Fantasy books, kudos to you, because they are just... Look at this, the scenery right here. This game, they worked really hard on making this feel perfect. I actually might want to set my line a little longer than what I have it. Keep you guys back until I can get a better engagement. We have the pool here. What are you? Plague bears. Plague bears. Nurglings, Nurglings, Nurglings. I want you going into those if possible. Get you here. Send you forward. Get the skinks to come around and flank a little bit. And once I get these armies grouped up, it is time to drop a massive bomb on the plague bearers, the scariest things. Oh my god, Gor-Rok, look at you. Look at how much damage this is gonna do. Look, it's half. Half the total unit bar for the unit. They're automatically disintegrating already. It's busted that you get that so early. And you also have the damage resistance buff. You have the single target buff. And my skink's just decimating the back line here. Let's get you into those. Let's not forget to use this. I always forget to use the support dino. Flank around with our skinks so we're getting shots off on the back line. And then we will drop the AoE spell over here. These guys are doing nothing. These guys are doing nothing. So we will just want to get some damage off. Everything's dead. Barely any damage sustained on our part. And Gor-Rok should be able to take the rest. If we look at him. Oh. Got a mid animation there. Easy win. Easy win. In that battle. I think Croak did the vast majority of the gold value. 553. Yeah, Croak's gold value is just off the charts there. 22 losses versus 330, and we get a second settlement. I'll take that any day of the week. With this one, I don't think we need to do the loot and occupy, so we're just gonna... I have a lot of things I'm going to be dealing with to the south. I don't want to have to come back over here for rebellions. So we're just going to do the occupy. Look at the little farm. I never noticed that. So cute. Okay, so we've got a couple of level ups we can take. Skill points. With Mundi, I usually go for the spells, but since he doesn't have any spells, we're going to go first into Route Marcher, Route Marcher, and then we're going to go into Bonded Service, because the Lizardmen units are really expensive. And I'm pretty sure Itza gives you discounts for recruiting sources. Does he give you discounts for recruiting sources? No. Where do I check that? Here. Recruitment cost -5. Yeah, so he already gets recruitment cost reduction, so we're gonna get like super cheap armies at this point. Croak, on the other hand, we are going straight into Deliverance of Itza 2. That's where I want to spend all of my points, is to make this cheaper, because that's the most useful one. Always go growth to get... You have to go growth with your Lizardmen cities to get them as big as possible. You need big, beefy Lizardmen cities. And with that, I think we're going to end this episode here. 1 settlement contained, 2 battles done. We are going to turn our attention here on Quetzal to finish off our province. I'm pretty certain this is the province. Yeah. We'll be moving that way in the future. And then I think we get an extra lord if we can afford it, and move into Skrulk here in the south, because we had to take out Skrulk before. The Skaven, man, they spread so fast, so if you don't take them out, they will overrun you without a moment's notice. If you like this episode, please leave me a like. If you didn't like this episode, feel free to leave me a dislike. I would like to see lots of comments and support for this video. So if you want to see more Warhammer content on the channel, you have to leave comments and let me know. Are you excited for the Lizardmen campaign? What do you think about starting with Lord Croak? As always, this has been SCG Sheep, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.